loves, welcome to 27 Ways to Cook an Egg and talk about life while doing it. This is where recipes meet real talk, straight from my kitchen to yours. Let's crack into it. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 27 Ways to Cook an Egg and talk about life while doing it. I am very excited to be cooking a frittata, episode 20, with my dear friend, Johnny Ill Strickland.
That's me.
We are talking about making something out of everything. So frittata is perfect. I'm going to share. So John is cooking right now. So I'm going to let you, I don't want your stuff to burn. So I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. I've known John forever. And I will say we grew up in the dirt together in Lancaster. And talk about making something out of everything. I think I will say that we had a really great childhood growing up out
Yeah,
there. And I remember like growing up though, feeling like I didn't want people to know where I grew up. Like I don't want people to know I grew up in Lancaster. But
right.
now as an adult, like I'm so proud. I'm proud of not just myself, but the people that have come out of there, you and other just amazing humans. And I just love the fact that we were able to generate a completely different life than I think that anyone would have ever expected. And so just having this conversation right now about making something out of everything,
Mhm.
I'd love to just hear from you. So for you, what would you say was like your biggest influence for going into like just making something out of everything, and like taking each opportunity?
Um, that's actually a very interesting question, just because, like, I feel like even though, yes, we had good childhoods for the most part, like, I think that we did grow up with a lack of resources compared to other
Oh,
neighborhoods and other
100%.
places.
Yeah.
And so growing up, it was always we were making our own fun and making our own
Mhm.
way, like
Yeah.
no matter what it was. So
Yeah.
even if we were going without, we figured out a way to have a good time,
Yeah.
a way um, to express ourselves, whatever it may have been. So I think maybe that was what like the that gave at least me the foundation to to be in a place where it's like, okay, well, if the world isn't going to give me
Yeah.
opportunities, I'm going to
Yeah.
either go out and find those opportunities myself or I'm going to make my own way.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, we didn't even have a mall, I think, until we were what, 15, 16? Like, it was
yeah,
like,
and then that was the place to be.
that was the place to be. So I love what you said though, and just the dynamic of being able to be creative. And I will say, like a lot of the friends that I have still to this day, between you and several other people, like most of our jobs are creative, which is so interesting because it goes back to what you just said, around like being in that space. Like I even have friends that are doctors, but they're
Oh,
doctors in like
wow.
but in special fields, right? Like because it's
Mhm.
still like it's like, oh, doctor in sports or doctor, it's like they're just very specific niches. And I will say because of having to be creative in what we did. So for you, who would you say, I guess, is your biggest influence in your life that would have kind of helped springboard you into music? I mean, I know personally, like being
That,
able to be around you and like knowing your background and like you were, I mean, like hip hop Johnny Ill, like
yeah,
spitting rhymes when we
yeah.
were kids, but like what really like led you into the spaces that you're in right now?
Well, it's kind of a long, crazy story, but I'll say this. Like I was always influenced by my god brother Blake, who
Hmm.
was about 7 years older than me, and like the other kids in my neighborhood that were older. I was always, I don't know, I just like hanging out with the older kids, and I was into what they were into. So that's how I got into hip hop in general.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but your stepbrother.
Yeah,
was
Mark
friend.
Marquise.
Yeah. He was friends with Blake,
I
and
remember that. Yeah.
they were in the same rhyme crew.
Yeah.
So that's how like so hanging out with those guys
Yeah.
is really what inspired me to be in hip hop,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and that gave me I would say like the foundation of what hip hop was, like from
Mhm.
breakdancing, tagging on tagging on stuff to and freestyling and rap battling and all the other stuff we were doing.
I love
So
it.
yeah, and so let me just fast forward to like where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So for years I was one, a hip hop MC, and I wanted to be a recording artist, and I just was like it got to a point to where like I'll say this, I'm very good at recognizing trends.
Right.
And so I noticed that we hip hop was leaving a more conscious
Mm.
place to go to a turn up phase, which
Right.
was just partying and stuff. And I wasn't really into that.
Right.
So I was like, ugh, I don't think I'm gonna be successful as a rapper if I keep going down this path, because like I'm not making popular music like that. So
Right.
and and so I did like making beats, and I liked pressing buttons and all
Right.
that other stuff, because it's like mixing to me is like putting together a puzzle.
Mm.
It's
Right.
like or playing a video. It's almost like playing a video game to me, and
Right.
the end result is a finished song. So that's how I transitioned into mixing. And then for a few years, this is pre YouTube, a bunch of buddies of mine, we got together and started a crew called the World Famous Aviators.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
so we
remember
were running
that.
around, yeah. So we were like anything street culture, we were covering it, from clothing brands to recording artists, to actual artists. So like we were at Art Walk, we were at um, D1 Grand Prix. We're also very heavy in like the Fast and Furious culture.
Right.
So as
Very
well.
popular when we were growing up. Just very popular.
Yeah. So my buddy who I co-created the show with was like, "Yo, can like you make our show sound like a show?" I'm like, "How do I do that?" He was like, "I don't know, mix it like a song." And so that was my introduction into post
Right.
production for film and TV. And
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, I did that, and then I went to College of the Canyons and went through their program, and they had something called QUI, which is career work experience.
Mhm.
So a friend of mine, Poppy Orphiditis, shout out to her. Um, she got me an internship at Soundworks in Burbank, and
Wow.
their main client was Disney Pixar, and I think it still is. So like,
Wow. That's amazing.
yeah, so going into there, like I got to meet
Right.
so many cool people, so many great voice actors, because like that's what they mainly do is like voiceover and ADR. So so I was just there like soaking up game, and then I
That's
was like, you know what,
amazing.
I think I could do this on my own. And so I dipped, and then I started Ill Sounds, and I've been pretty much freelancing ever since. So,
That's amazing.
um,
That's amazing.
yeah,
Well, it goes into what you said around creating your own space, creating your own adventure, right? It's like a choose your own adventure game at this
it
point.
really
So,
is. And
yeah,
yeah,
I love that. I
yeah.
love that so much. I feel like and I know you're still cooking. I got you. So
Okay,
we're,
cool.
no, I want to say though, as we're, just in this phase right now, John is still cooking. My frittata is complete. So I'm going to take just, John, we're gonna keep it smooth and easy. So I'm gonna start eating my frittata right now.
Sweet.
But I will say this. I will say I think that there's like so many opportunities for us as
Oh, yours
builders and
looks
as
good.
thank you. So
Sorry.
no, thank you.
Yeah,
Now, as
yeah.
people that have come into this space and been able to like understand a different side of the world because we've been able to create something out of everything. every
Hmm.
opportunity. I feel like there's just there's lots of opportunities for us to share within our community, and how there everything's possible. Everything's possible. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna um I'm gonna say this. I know that you are, again, John's still cooking, and unfortunately we have run out of time. But that's okay. It's all perfect. It's all perfect. We'll make sure, John, you send us a picture of your
Yeah.
frittata so that we have it. Fabi will make it the cover photo for our episode.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah.
but I will
Well,
say, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say at least my wife will be happy that there's
Yeah,
like
there you
something to
go.
eat when she gets home.
That's
So
perfect. I'm perfect. But I want to leave by saying this. I'm so grateful to you for who you are in the world, and for just being a giant in what you do, and an example to young men, especially young Black men out there, that everything's possible. So thank you for being
and
that.
thank you, because I'm gonna say this, like, you are such an inspiration as well, and I've always thought you were such, one of the coolest chicks ever. Like, and
Thanks.
from from so I remember when you were celebrity chefing, and it was just like I was like, yo, this chick does the coolest stuff with the coolest people, and she made her own way. And I always admired that about you, because
Thanks.
going to culinary school and being like, no,
Thanks.
I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna I'm gonna be chefing. And I was just like, yo. And one other quick throwback, though, like, you made some tacos for me like years ago, and they were I think vegetarian or vegan,
Mhm.
and I could not tell, but when you gave me the recipe, and I've been cooking those ever since, and that was like
No way.
2000, yeah, like back when I worked
Um,
that corporate gig at Time Warner.
yeah. Oh
I
my
I I
gosh.
made I, I made them for the office, and they loved them. I don't know if I ever told you that, but
You never
yes,
told me that. Aw, thank
yeah.
you.
So
Thank
shout
you
out
for
to you
sharing. Thank you. Thanks, John. Well, I love you so
for
much.
sure.
Thank you for
Love
being
you
on
too.
today. And make sure you send us a picture of your frittata.
Will do.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen today. Remember, food is love, and life's better when we share it together. If this spoke to you, send it to a friend. And I'll see you in next week's episode.